Me and Mariam and I'm the regional manager for ACC in the North.
Right. Terry, waiting at some of the things and we marvel you from the engagement with the CSOs and journalists there.
Okay, so today, as part of we quarterly civil society and media updates, we can talk to journalists them because we recognize the fact that without their input, we work no go on. Without the media, we anti-corruption job, it will be difficult. We first of all appreciate them because before we get this meeting, I talked to the commissioner, Francis Ben Kaifala. He give me a specific word say thank you to all the media houses. So where they support the work where we do, and that's exactly what I did. We recognize the importance, the significance of what they do, and we show appreciation for the support where we get for una because una na the channel through which we will reach out for sensitize and also do all we outreach programs. We appreciate una for that. But also we talk about the need for media houses be more robust. I even mentioned the aspect of this Ghanaian investigative journalist that I love so much, Anas. We all know him as Anas. And we are pushing, or we call for Sierra Leonean media houses or Sierra Leone media houses for step up and also begin for dig deep or deeper, if you like, forget the facts and also get the stories and also help for joining with ACC, provide information where go lead to prosecution, where come to corruption matters in the country. And also, as part of the updates, we provide general updates on the general ACC work and specific updates on one of the recent ones and the first ever conviction on examination malpractice, where all man get interest in, where I clearly want for address that conviction was a matter that was referred to us so by the Sierra Leone police. And just like we self ACC, when matters come in that we get for do with other institutions, them when are the institutional mandate, we refer it to them. And then we go after them to make sure they take action. So this matter of this gentleman that was indicted, where ACC get the victory, was a matter that was referred to us by the Sierra Leone police. And when they refer that matter to we, as we do to others, we also feel say there was need for us to go through with that. So the aspect of where or who or when, it was really not significant. What was really important was the fact that this matter was referred to us by the Sierra Leone police, and we take him to court and we got justice. And then of course there's a fine and a penalty where the gentleman will get for pay. And that's also important for them. We know that it was not because of any other reason, but it was just as part of the work they do in partnership with others. And another aspect where we highlighted in and the fact that we also don't reinstitute whistleblowing. So now if you provide anti-corruption commission information where they lead to successful prosecution, you get 10% of that money they will pull at the person in hand. And of course we always to protect whistleblowers for let people they know say not afraid. Another thing again are the fact that as an institution, where you do bad na salon, if you say you run away, go any side, what we do is whether you're here or not, we now have the powers to prosecute you in absentia. We will go after you, and if you say you they hide, we get the mandate now, we get the authority, we get the power, the law, they back we up for prosecute you in absentia. So that's another thing that we updated the media on. And then now the powers of the commissioner, the powers of the office of the commissioner, because one thing I want to emphasize, the commissioner is not just the person, it is the office of the commissioner that now get the authority, now get the power. So the powers of the office of the commissioner now they halt any contract, whether an NPPA verified or not, but we'll see say at the end of the day, in order in the interest of saloon people that will notice say you kill the anti-corruption commission now get power for call back and say, hey, let's step back and look into this and see. We understand say this not go right or that not go right. We can now do all of those things. We get empowered and they And of course, we all know say now the penalties and the jail term don't change from 30,000 leons to 50,000 leons, and then the jail term don't move from 3 years to 5 years. And also with global corruption, the Transparency International will see development, or will see great improvement in all indicators. When our Transparency International, the score, the MCC, the CPI ranking, we all know wetin make Sierra Leone been finding itself in the need where the thing wey been generate that need for let we get the pay no bribe campaign as a country back in 2013. The history is clear, but now we don't see gradual movement. And as of 2021, when our last year, we find out that Sierra Leone dey in a position of out of 180 countries that were surveyed, Sierra Leone was now in the position of 115, when a 2% upward shift from the 117 where we been there before. We feel say that as something we're worthy of celebrating. I mean, it's better to be moving, even if you're moving slowly, than not moving at all. So that's something that is worthy to note. Also, at regional level, see, Anti-Corruption Commission and Anti-Corruption Commission now get senior prevention officers, where before now we only had prevention officers in Freetown at headquarter level working with MDAs. But because we get recommendations from the National Anti-Corruption Strategy, we ask we for do this. We self they implement the NACs internally. We now get prevention officers at regional level, where they now do what's in them they do now Freetown, and they do now. We do not need people to come from Freetown to do prevention work. Now we do it at regional level. And of course, we get a resident prosecutor, Naya, so now where the service the courts Naya. We get specialized, we get special days when our ACC days in court. In the Northeast, for example, every Wednesday, the judge Naya Somna anti-corruption cases only in the trial. So for us, that's a big deal, and it's something that we feel we should be for updates on.
So on the recommendations where people put forward, what the ACC Tambai for do as a way of responding to them?
A lot of issues were raised today. The media, as you know, always there are issues with the media. We get for do with, of course, one way I don't clear. We get for do with the malpractice matter, and then of course some of the media houses them say that they get problems with right to access information. And immediately after this meeting, we already agreed that we go get a meeting with right to access information, the regional headquarter office, and let we see how we go clarify some of the issues there and make them easy for journalists and for get information. And these are also things where we give the work we want, so we go work with other institutions for sensitize, make them know say there is need, if not to exclusive, something will go endanger person life, or something will go bring public chaos. Some information in the way, if you give certain people, then they misuse them. So in as much as journalists and they ask for rights to access information, for open up and give information, other people then also they say do not misuse or abuse this data that you get. Data is free, data is available, but when you get this data, what are you doing with it? Are you just using it for propaganda purposes, or you want for blackmail people, or you want to embarrass people, or you're using it for authentic reason? And then if that is the motive of getting this information, then we all understand that there are penalties within the confines of the law. If you go take information, you misuse them, media people will not understand the consequences. So yes, we work with right to access information. We will work with other parastatals. We are going to also improve our working relationship with universities as recommended in the region. We have been working with them anyway. In our region, we work with GTI in Koyanadugu, we work with EBK here in McKinney, we work with UNIMAC, we work with University of this university in my line, Tiwari,
Canadian.
Canadian, I've been there twice, you know, talking to them and all of that. So yes, we'll improve all of these things as we have always done.
All right, so with all of these with engagements, you know, waiting at the next plan for ACC, Northeast region,
With regard the
continued work and all that. What is
so
innovative?
today it was proposed that we set up a WhatsApp group when exclusively for ACC media and civil society in the Northeast region. Why we're doing this is because we want to make them easy for share information. Sometimes somebody go in a field to get information, you not get access to it, but at least if you get your data, you can quickly share that online. This is really good. And now they can make effectiveness of monitoring programs, whether not as long as the matter has public interest. If they can make with the monitoring of them processes, then they go improve. The media today then pledge, they say then go in solidarity, work with ACC, and we self excited that when I don't open up to we're taking the relationship further. We're going to be calling regular meetings, quarterly meetings, where we can, and then we will continue for work. Yeah, so those are some of the things some of the outcome of the meeting where we get today.
All right, thank you very much.